Okay, Becky, so we're looking at session 1 of developing their skills. Is it the first time you've used it, or how many times have you used it for your sessions?
We've done it a few times now.
Have you found that useful for the children?
Yeah, useful for the children and myself. They've been able to build on the skills I've worked on previously, and I've kind of improved the way I've been teaching the lessons as well.
And do you feel you've had enough variety in the activities as well?
Yeah, there's a good variety to keep them engaged throughout the session.
Okay, and so what is actually your learning intention for the session that you're doing today?
So they're going to develop different ways of walking, with speeds, kind of height-wise, forwards, backwards, bringing in some Welsh language to that. Develop a range of balance and still positions, work on crawling, and kind of using different body parts, moving different body parts, following the instructions given.
What equipment are you planning on using to support your lesson?
So today they're going to use bean bags and balls.
Have you found that you've been able to do lots of things with similar equipment using this scheme as well?
Yeah, definitely. You can use the equipment in different ways, not just kind of one lesson using that piece of equipment, then you're moving on, you're getting to use them time and time again in different ways, and it's good for the children to know that they can use the equipment in a variety of ways.
Brilliant. With the LNF being so important at the minute, are there ways that you can bring that in, or maybe other areas of the curriculum into your session?
Yeah, we'll be bringing lots of LNF. Kind of the oracy, where they have to listen, follow instructions, show that they've listened by demonstrating a skill. And we've got some numeracy in there with kind of positional vocabulary. We have introduced before we go into the session, the children will have looked at flashcards with words on. We'll go through the words that they'll be introduced to the different body parts in English and in Welsh.
Oh, so there'll be scope for reading in Welsh as well.
Yeah, we'll try and introduce Welsh into every session, Welsh that they've heard in the class during their school day. We're focused on body parts, kind of moving forwards, backwards ymlaen and ôl i'r ochr, and then speed, so yn gyflym, yn araf, pawb I stopio, and then general instructions in Welsh.
Quite a wide range as well, particularly for reception.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's kind of exposing them to it and just making sure that you kind of support it with actions, so that they might not understand it, but they're hearing it and then they're seeing it being performed and demonstrated, and I think the more they hear it, it becomes second nature to them then. Sefyll chi fyny? Okay. Pawb I cerdded ymlaen. Troi round. Troi round. Cerdded yn ôl. Troi round. Cerdded ymlaen. Cerdded ymlaen. Cerdded i'r ochr. Other way. Pawb I stopio. Cerdded yn mawr. Big walking. Cerdded yn bach. Cerdded yn gyflym. Yn ddistaw. Cerdded yn gyflym. Pawb I stopio. When we're walking, what do we need to be doing? And cerdded yn gyflym. Edrych. Cerdded yn araf. Cerdded ymlaen yn gyflym. Cerdded ymlaen yn araf. Cerdded yn swnllyd. Cerdded yn ddistaw. Cerdded yn ôl. Cerdded i'r ochr. Da iawn. Pawb i stopio, edrych ar Libby. Libby, can you show us cerdded i'r ochr? Look at those big steps she's taken sideways and she's looking with her eyes where she's going. Can we copy? Off we go.
Keep trying to use their ideas, like you just pick her out, so keep using them. That's really good.
Cerdded yn ôl. Oh, pawb i stopio, edrych i'r Sam. Sam, can you show us how you were walking back safely? What was he doing with his head? Looking where? Behind it. That's to make sure he's safe. Can we all copy Sam? Ffwrdd â ni. Troi round. Troi round. Cerdded i'r ochr yn gyflym. Yn araf. Yn araf. Okay. Yn araf, i fe edrych. And find a space. 3, 2, 1. What do we have to stay inside when we're doing PE? The yellows. That's to make sure that we're safe. Check you've got your own space. If you can touch somebody else, is it your own space? So move. If you're too close, find your own space so you're safe. Okay. Right. This time, when you're... Pawb i stopio, pawb i edrych, pawb i... Soldiers, if you're not looking and listening, I don't know that you're understanding what you have to do. So it's really good to look and listen at Mrs. Thompson. This time, when you're walking round the hall, I want to see who can pick up a beanbag from one of the green hoops without stopping. So you're going to pick it up as you go past and carry on walking. If there are lots, Kian, if there's lots of children around the hoop, do you think it's safe to stop? Lola, what might you do? Not wait, because we need to keep warm in PE.
You might hear it alive.
Enya, can you say that again? Diane, keep on walking, because we need to keep our bodies warm and our hearts pumping, don't we? So walking round, pick up a beanbag and carry on walking. Cerdded. If there's no room, cerdded. Cerdded. Cerdded yn araf. Cerdded yn araf. Cerdded yn gyflym. Hold the beanbag in your hand. Find a space. 1, 2, 3. Pawb i stopio. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret about our beanbags at Ysgol Glan Gele. They're a little bit cheeky. Sometimes they like to do this out of your hands. They're not listening, are they, these silly beanbags? Sometimes they like to do this. They're not listening, are they? So they are a little bit silly. So it's your job to try and make these beanbags be the best beanbags in the whole wide world. So you need to hold it tight in your hands, squeeze it. Swap hands, squeeze it. Swap, squeeze it. Tight. Squeeze it up in the air. Squeeze it down. I fyny. I lawr. Round your body. Ar ei pen. Okay. Now, these beanbags have got to listen now and stay still on your head. Okay, if you need to balance, what might you do with your arms? Da iawn. Okay, so cerdded yn araf. Cerdded yn araf. Oh, da iawn. Fantastic. Da iawn. Pawb I stopio? Very carefully, with the beanbag on your head, I want you all to look at Jessica. Jessica, show us how you were walking.
Maybe mention here about thinking about moving into space.
Okay. Can you see how Jessica's walking around? She's looking carefully with her eyes so she knows we've got some silly beanbags there. Keep them tight, boys, on your head. Can you see how she's walking into all the spaces? Make sure you find those spaces in the hall now, okay? Cerdded, find those spaces. Make sure you're not close to anyone. Look for the big spaces. They're really, really wobbly, these beanbags. Okay, da iawn. Now carry on walking. I want you to touch the floor when Mrs. Thomson claps her hands. Da iawn, bend those knees, keep your back straight. Up we go. Cerdded. Do you know, I'm so impressed with how quietly you're doing this. I can see big spaces over there. Nobody's in those big spaces. Try round. Try round. Cerdded and gyflym. Oh. Touch the floor. Okay, off we go. Okay, this time when I clap my hands, I want you to try and sit down on the floor without the beanbag dropping. Find a space, cerdded. You're doing really well, Owen. Put it right in the middle of your head. Hey, said it loud. Ifeni. Cerdded. Fantastic. Cerdded. Cerdded yn ôl. Cerdded ymlaen. Find a space. Pawb I eistedd. Keep it on your head. Da iawn. Pawb I edrych a Libby. Libby, can you show everyone how you stand up a cerdded? You're going to have to watch now. You've got some obstacles sitting down. Can you see? She's going carefully and slowly. She's looking for the spaces. She's seeing what the best route to take is. Libby, eistedd I lawr. Don't touch it, don't touch it. And up again. Keep it on your head. Da iawn. Touch the floor. Sefyll I fyny. Can you see? And you know, these beanbags, they like to slip off when you're moving up and down. So that's why you've got to try and keep your head up. Look straight ahead, back straight when you bend down, okay? Beanbag a llaw. Okay? Lexi, beanbag a llaw. Well done to those children who listen straight away. Pawb I sefyll I fyny. We're going to keep our beanbag with our elbow into our side first. Okay, cerdded. Noah, a llaw. Oh, and this now.
This is easy.
Touch the floor with your other hand. Sefyll I fyny. Carry on walking. Let's walk a little bit quicker, not running, just a little bit quicker to keep our bodies warm. Try round. Noah, edrych. Try round. Find those spaces. Pawb I stopio. Oh, sefyll I fyny. I can see lots of children here. What do you think's over there without moving? What do you think's over there in the hall? Big space. I'm going to close my eyes. When I open them, I want the spaces to be gone. 3, 2, 1. What's happened now in the middle? If everyone moves, we're going to have space in the middle. Close my eyes. 3. Find a space. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what have I got here? Fill these spaces. Remember, check when you come into the hall. You did it so well. find your own space. Go and find that big space then. Sefyll i fyny. Sefyll i fyny. Beanbag ar braich. Oh. Okay, sefyll i fyny, gwrando. Everyone look at Holly. Pawb i edrych. Holly's standing up. She's got a beanbag. Your beanbag's listening really well, Holly. I can see that. Noah, pawb i edrych ar Holly. Now, what's the word? What are we doing with this beanbag on our arm? We're
Balancing it.
balancing. Da iawn. Oh, very carefully now. Ffwrdd â ni. Try round. I can still see some spaces. Look for those spaces. Walk into those spaces. You'll be doing such a good job if you can find those spaces on your own. Pawb i stopio. When you walk past the green hoops, I want you to drop your beanbag in sensibly, okay? Off you go, cerdded. Cerdded. Cerdded yn gyflym. Cerdded yn ddistaw. Find a space. 3, 2, 1. Soldiers. Soldiers. Oh, let's look at Enya's soldier. Her feet are together. She's squashing her hands into the side. Her back is straight. Beautiful. Can you all show me straight soldiers? Da iawn. Now, I can see there's a little bit of space here, Hayden, for you. Or Oliver, da iawn. Okay. Now, we've been talking about when we were a baby in the class. How do babies move? I can see in your eyes that you know. I'm looking in your eyes. And I'm going to ask Isabella. How do babies move? Do they walk? Crawling. So, we're going to practice crawling. Straight soldiers. Our hands are going to be on the floor. Our knees are going to be on the floor. But before we move, I want you to show me an angry cat. Who can remember angry cat? I'm going to look with my eyes to see who shows me a good angry cat. Head up, remember? Not right down. So you put your head looking at the floor for now. Arch your back up. Don't move. Don't move. Stop here. Okay, pawb i edrych ar Libby. Can you see how Libby's back is arched? She's put her back right up to the ceiling. Her hands are flat on the floor and her knees are down, her legs are straight, her feet are together. Chloe, can you look at Libby? And Noah, look how Libby is. Isabella? Okay, now we're going to practice moving. Arms forward and you're going to slide your knees forward to crawl like a baby. And I can see lots of spaces. Find those spaces. Crawl slowly. An Arab. An Arab. Knees forward. Hands forward. And this down. Make sure you find those spaces.
I like how you're linking that back to something already. So just building on it, aren't you? Well done.
Thank you. Oh, big spaces here. Nobody's found them. An Arab. Pawb i stopio. Eloise. Pawb i stopio. Can we look at Eloise? Eloise, can you show everyone how you were doing your crawling? Can you see? Her hands are moving forward. Her knees are moving forward. So she moves one hand, then her knee. She's looking where she's going. Can you see that? She's moving so carefully. Can you all move like Eloise, please? Da iawn. Find those spaces. Don't rush. Fantastic crawling. You all look like you've turned into babies. Find those spaces. Pawb i stopio. Now I've got a challenge for you. Can you do it? Yeah! Okay, either. Barod. Instead of going forwards, we're going to go i'r ochr. Okay, so try and move sideways. Just have a go at moving sideways. So move your hands out. Pawb I stopio. Look at Libby. Libby, show us. Can you see? She's moving her hands out to the side rather than forwards. Off you go, have a go. I just thought I'd try and extend those top ones now. Because they've all got forward just to see about moving.
Yeah, and it's just good to get them to explore different ways, isn't it? Like,
Some of them find it really tricky though.
and you'd find if you can't do this week,
Yeah.
in a few weeks it'd be
Yeah.
much better.
Oh, Barbara, stop you. I like what I heard here. Holly, you were just reminding Caitlin, weren't you, that we were going sideways then because she'd forgotten she was going forward. So if you do see your friend, you could quietly tell them we're going sideways now. Okay, off you go. Find those spaces. Eva, edrych. Sideways, Noah.
You might want to think she's going a bit backwards as well. She was a minute ago.
Barbie, stop you. Jessica, you were trying to go backwards then, weren't you? Can you show us? See if you can go crawl back. I don't believe it. Not just ymlaen, not just i'r ochr, yn ôl. Can you crawl backwards? Now, Barbie, stop you. What's our golden rule when we're moving backwards? Look where you're going. Off you go. We don't want any bumps. Make sure if there's somebody coming, you change direction so you don't bump. So your knees might need to move first here.
I did want to mention, so keeping your knees behind the hands maybe so they're in a straight line.
Okay. Barbie, stop ya. Okay, when we're crawling, this hand and this leg don't move at the same time, do they? We move this hand forward and then this leg, so it's opposites. So check when you're moving and make sure that your knees don't come in front of your hands, that your knees are staying behind. Off you go, go ymlaen, forwards. Crawling, boys. Beautiful. I can see those legs staying behind those arms. Right, can you crawl and bach? Crawl small. Bach. Keep those arms up. Remember, arms up, Megan, head up. And mawr. Keep the knees on the floor, big crawling. Big movement, so stretch those arms, stretch those legs. Keep your knees on the floor. Knees and hands on the floor. Barbie, stop ya. Find your own space. Tree. Die. In. Do you know, I think we've forgotten to have our fairy feet when we're moving around to find a space. Next time, I'm going to see who can do that extra quiet. Okay. Eva, can you just move back a little bit so you've got your own space? Because you need space now to move. Okay. Can you show me how you stretch your legs out straight? Sitting down. Beautiful, OS. Everybody look at OS here. He's used his hands to make sure he's balanced and he's stretched his legs out. Ooh, I'm looking in your eyes. I know who's got the answer. What did we call this position? Can see in your eyes. Megan Jameson. What was it called? A pike down. Stretch those legs out. Point your toes. Wiggle your toes. Put your arms up. Wiggle your hands. Okay. Hands down. Take your hands in by your bottoms. Back straight. Hands in by your bottoms. Your thumbs should be touching your legs when you're balanced. Stretch those legs. Down. Okay, bend your knees up to your tummy. Keep your hands still. Stretch your legs out. Bend your knees. Stretch them out. Bend your knees. Line your backs. Oh, tricked you then. Stretch your hands above your head. Bring them over the top and down by your side. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your fingers. Lift your feet up. Wiggle your toes. Stretch those toes up. Stretch them. Bring them down quietly. Bring them down quietly. Sit up. Bend your knees. Put your elbows on your knees. Elbows on your knees. Sitting on your bottoms. Put your feet together. Nod your head. Keep your elbows on your knees. Nod your head. Eva. Okay, hands by your side.
Giving them an opportunity to look at their own balance now in that position.
Okay, Libby, can you think how we could balance? A different way now of sitting. How could we balance? What could we do? Think of our positions we've done. Have a think. We did the pike to start. What else could we do? Okay, lift our knees up and hug them into your tummy. See if you can. You might have to put your hands by your bottoms to balance. See if you can lift your feet off the floor. Sitting down, look at Daisy. Show me again, Daisy. You did it beautifully. Can you all look at Daisy? See what Daisy's doing. Try and keep your knees together, though. If you can't balance with your hands off the floor, keep your hands on the floor because we don't want any bumps. If you can, lift those arms up. That's it. Good girl. Lift your knees up. Keep your knees up there. Just get those feet off the floor and hold it. Okay, feet down. Mrs. Thompson's going to count to 3 now. We've got to hold it for 3 seconds. You can keep your hands by your bottoms while you lift your feet off, or you can lift your hands and your feet, okay? So get ready. Barod. Look at Megan. Can you see? She's got her arms out. Try and keep those knees together, Megan. Okay, hold it. In. Die. 3. Da iawn. Okay, pawb I sefyll I fyny? Oh, and ddistaw, iawn, bendigedig. Okay, we need our own space again. Check that you've still got a space. If not, you might need to shuffle it a little bit to the side. Pawb I stopio? Soldiers? Okay, now, we've been practicing balancing on one leg, haven't we? So before we do it, we need to listen carefully to our instructions. Pawb I stopio? Soldiers. I can see those listening ears are working hard today. Jessica, just move in a little bit. We don't want you too close to anything because we don't want you to bump. And Megan, move forward a little bit. Stay away from everything. Just in case you topple over, we don't want you to bump. And Caitlin, come in a little bit. And Caden, just move in. We don't want you close to anything. So, when we're balancing, what do we do with our eyes? Look in your head, think. I can see in your eyes if you know the answer. Sam, where do we look when we're trying to balance? Where do we look? Forwards. We don't need to balance yet. We're looking forward. So, wherever you are, it doesn't matter which way you're facing, pick somewhere to look at. What do we do with our arms? Think in your heads. I can see in your eyes if you know. Holly, what do we do with our arms when we're balancing?
Put your arms out.
Put your arms out. It helps you balance, doesn't it? So, watch Mrs. Thompson now. I'm going to lift my heel back up towards my bottom. Not all the way, just halfway. My arms are out and I'm looking forward and I'm going to hold it for 3. Have a go. Have a go on the spot. In.
Something else I do, I get the same as they've got a string pulling them out.
Die. 3. That was a long 3 seconds. Do you know what? Miss Roberts has just given me a brilliant idea for helping us balance because it's so tricky. Do you know, I love how you're standing so still, Lola. Da iawn. What we need to do is think that we've got a piece of string coming right up to the ceiling and it's pulling. So watch Mrs. Thompson now if I'm standing like this. Watch. Can you see I was taller? It's pulling me up to the ceiling. So try again. Imagine that string pulling through your body, pulling it, stretch it up to the ceiling. Look straight ahead. Have a go. Arms out. You can do it. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. Eva, go and stand with Cian and work together. Okay, stand next to each other. Oh, put your hands on the shoulder. You can put your hands on Cian's shoulder. Like that, and have a go at balancing now. Put that leg up behind you. Try and keep still. Okay, and stand. We're all going to do it now, but we're not going to do it for 3 seconds. We're going to do it for 5. Liam and Oliver, do you want to work together? Just put your hands on each other. Eva and Cian, just show how you were balancing. Just helps if you're a bit wobbly. Yeah, do you want to go and work with Holly then? No, we're okay. I could see that you could do it. No, Megan, you were fine. You did super duper. Okay, Barod. Okay, we're going to hold it for 5. Get your position. Look straight ahead. Un, dau, tri, pedwar, pump. Give yourselves a big clap. Okay, make sure you find the space again, please. Okay. Now we're going to sing one of our favourite songs. I'll give you a clue. Soldiers. The wheels on the bus. So we're going to try moving and doing our actions together. Okay? So before we move, I would like Libby to sing us the first line. How do we sing it?
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long.
Give her a big round of applause. Okay, so when we say round and round, we're getting those arms. I want big movements, round and round, okay? Not necessarily fast, just big movements with your arms round and round. Off we go. The wheels on the bus go round. Big, Cian. OS, big. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. Die out. Give yourselves a pat on the back. The next verse we're going to do is the people on the bus go up and down. What do you think I want you to do when we say up? Megan Maddox, what do you think I might want you to do? Not jump up. What am I doing? Stretching up. I want your fingers stretched up high on your tiptoes. Up and down. Touching the floor, okay? Down as low as you can go. Show me. How low can you go? Down, down, down. Lower. Bend your knees. Right. So if you're ready, when we bend over, just like when we pick up a beanbag, to do it safely, we have to bend our knees and keep our back straight. So that's what I want to see. Bend your knees when you're going down, okay? So the wheels on the bus, no, the wheels, we've done the wheels. The people on the bus go up and, okay, off we go, Cerdded. The people on the bus go.
You could give them the opportunity to think of their own switch.
How we could switch.
And you directed, and you can pick on ones you like and it's not good. So maybe like they could use their leg or
Okay. I didn't hear it again. The people on the bus go up and low, up and down, up west. The people on the bus go up and down all day. Fantastic stretching. Okay. Now, I want your ideas. Good looking, good listening. This time, we're going to do swish, swish, swish. But Mrs. Thompson wants you to have a think. How we could swish. Have a think in your head. And I'm going to come to Eva. How could we swish? Oh, Eva's got... What are you doing, Eva? Tell me. Swishing your... And what are these? Arms. She's swishing her hands and her arms. And you know, your hips are moving as well, aren't they? So swish, swish, swish. We might have to stop when we're swishing like that to get a good movement. Can everybody do that? Like Eva? Swish, swish, swish. How do we stop here? Have a think. If you've got a different movement, llaw I fyny. Eloise, how could we swish? Oh, look, she's swishing to the side, round and round. Her arms are going, stretch those arms out. Round and round again. Her hips are moving, aren't they? Round and round. Okay, we'll have one more. Soldiers. Lola. Oh, she's using her fingers. Swish, swish, swish. Okay, Sam, just because I know it's going to be a super duper fantastic idea, give it to us. Can you move any other body part? Think about not using our arms because we've got lots with our arms. What other body part could we swish? Sam? Oh, wow, look at that. He's swishing his legs. So this time, when we sing, I tell you what, we'll find a space and we'll do this one standing still. Find a space, tree, die, in. We forgot those quiet feet again. Okay, the wipers on the bus go. You choose. Swish, swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. The white, louder. All day long. I want you to use a different swishing now. So what you've just used, Noah, find a space. In, die, tree. The wipers on the bus go. Standing still. Swish, swish, big movements. Louder. Bus go, swish, 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 all day long.
Twist one over here to quite like.
Ooh, how we stop ya? Megan, come forward. Miss Roberts has seen something she liked. She liked your swishing. Can you show everyone what you were doing? How were you swishing? Oh, she's just moving her wrists and her hands. Swish. Can we all do that? Oh, fantastic. Right round. So your fingers are up to the ceiling and then they go down to the floor. Swish, Kian. Swish, swish, swish. Fantastic. Do you know, you were all doing some super listening today. Die out. Bend again. Find a space. Make sure you're safe. No, they'll pick them up. Okay, good listening. Soldiers, in, die, tree. Just help us with this shit.
The way I do, like I want to walk around.
Okay, right. Mrs. Thompson and Miss Roberts, we're going to stand by the boxes and we're going to roll. As you're walking round, we're going to roll a ball and we want you to pick it up and walk round with it. Now again, Kian, these balls can be very cheeky and they like to drop out of your hands and they like to be thrown up to the sky when they're not supposed to be. So, as soon as you get the ball, hold it in your hand. Tight, squeeze. Oh, we're not moving yet. We've got some cheaters. Stand very still. No one's going to touch the ball, so you're going to walk round, and when we roll a ball to you, pick it up, squeeze it, and carry on walking. Off you go. Cerdded. Walking, Eloise. Cerdded. No. Cerdded. Off you go. Cerdded. Cerdded and gyflym. Cerdded and araf. Cerdded and ddistaw. Pawb I stopio. Put your hand up if you've got a ball. Reach your ball up high to the sky. That was so quick. I thought that would take such a long time. Die down, pal. Find a space. Tree. Die. Eat. Oh, quiet feet. Stop, stop, stop. Pawb I stopio. Sefyll I fyny. Sefyll I fyny. Find a space and this down. Eistedd I lawr. And I want you to cross your legs. Oh, beautiful sitting, Enya. Da iawn. Squeeze that ball. Squeeze it. Squeeze it in this hand. Squeeze it in your right hand, squeeze it in your left. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. 2 hands, hold it tight to your body. Now, you are all doing really, really well with these cheeky balls. Da iawn. Okay, move forwards, Holly and Eva, just a little bit so you're safe. Okay, Cian, edrych. Try round. Okay, we're going to pass. Do you know what happens when these cheeky balls start moving? Mrs. Thompson loses her voice. So keep them still. We're going to pass the ball around our body. When you come to the front, you're going to swap hands. You need to be looking with your eyes. Then we're going to take it behind our body and pass it over. Pass it. That's it. Slowly. Do it slowly. If you try and rush it, you'll drop it out of your hands. Keep it up in the air. Pass it round your body. Da iawn. See if you can speed up a little bit. If you drop it, slow down. Okay, this time we're going to go up and over. Up, stretch up high. Stretch up high. And we're going to go the other way. Change direction. Change direction. Okay, pawb I stopio. Have a think. I can see in your eyes if you know the answer. Squeeze those cheeky balls. Squeeze them. Have a think. How else could we move the ball around our body? Think of your body parts. What could you pass the ball under, over? Not moving it, we're thinking. Under. Sam, I love your idea. Tell everybody. Your legs. So you could do 2 legs or 1 leg. So you might have to lift your leg up and you can pass the ball under and over. Say under, over, under. Make sure you're doing, don't say under when you're here. That's over, under. Boys, Cian, find your own space. Liam, find your own space.
You could bring back that balance that I done earlier.
Oh, yeah, okay. Pawb I stopio. Can you remember the fantastic balance that Libby showed us before? Balancing her legs. And can you remember your legs were up? Lola, can you show everybody how you balance with your legs up? See if you can balance and pass the leg ball under and over your legs at the same time. It's very tricky, Noah. Can you see Lola? Oh, pawb I edrych, Jessica. Look at that balance. She's holding it so still. See if you can do that. Da iawn, Jessica. Pawb I stopio, I've just seen an amazing idea. Libby, where are you passing the ball? Around her neck. Can we all do that? Around your neck. Around your neck. Boys, I love what you're doing over there. Da iawn, working so hard. Pawb I stopio. We'll have one more. Daisy, can you think of another one? What other body part could we move? Can you show us? Oh, you're getting in a bit of a tangle. We could do that, couldn't we? But we're not passing it. Can we see if we can do that? That was like the wheels on the bus, wasn't it? They go round and round. Da iawn. Pawb I stopio. Okay. I want you to stand up now, sefyll I fyny. And we're going to use Sam's idea about passing the ball, but we can't go under now, can we? We're going to go around our legs. Around. Cian, pawb I edrych. And swap legs. Fantastic. Try and keep your foot on the floor when you're passing the ball round. And change direction. And let's try Libby's round our neck while we're standing up. Cian, come and stand here. Cian. Cian, bring it here. Cian, bring it here. Oh. Pawb I stopio. Now, OS, what were you doing then? Can you show us? he wasn't passing it round. He was trying to roll it. So he's keeping it on his body and rolling it. If you've got long hair like Mrs. Thompson, you might get in the way. You might have to roll it over the top of your hair. But keep it, the ball touching your body, rolling it round. Megan, have you got your ball? Roll it round. What about rolling it up our face, over our head, and down the other side? You have to use your fingers. Ooh, that's nice massage, isn't it? How we stop here? Noah, what other body part could we roll the ball on? Oh, this is a tricky one. Up and down your arm. Go slowly. If you're going too fast, those balls drop. And arav yawn, da yawn. Okay, hold your ball in the air. Up high, down low, in front, to the side, to the other side, down low, up high, in front, squeeze it in. Okay, now I want you to carefully place your ball ar y llawr and make sure it's still. They like to roll. Make sure it's still, and I want you to stand next to your ball. Not on it, next to. Make sure they're still. Now, because we've been working so hard, you okay, Liam? Liam, come by me and I'll make sure that ball stays still. Boys, just put your hand on it until it stays still and then slowly let go. That's it, Sam, don't touch it now, it's still. Okay, Noah? Barod? Okay. Because we've been working really hard in PE, I want you to tell me now how you feel or how your body feels. In your head, I can see. Lola? You feel tired. Diane, that's a good answer. Jess, how do you feel? Hot. Diane. What about... Oh, I love that word. Tell me, Sam. Sweaty. Put your hands like this under your arms. Do they feel warm? And your head should feel warm. That's because your body's been working really hard, and that's how we keep healthy. So what we're going to do now is cool down and let our bodies cool down and our heart... Oh, put your hands on your heart. I think it's moving quickly. We need it to slow down now because we've been moving fast. It's going... And it's pumping our blood round. Okay. I want you to look at your ball. Palu, remember the colour? And you're going to walk for 3 seconds away from your ball. When I clap my hands, you're going to go back to your ball. Now listen, before we go, please don't kick anyone else's ball because their home will be gone. And we all need a home, okay? So keep your eye on your ball. Watch other people's. Walk away. 1, 2, 3, go back. Slowly. I don't want you to rush. So when I clap my hands, we're not racing, we're walking back to our ball, okay? Walk away for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Walk. Oh, far too quickly. An Arab, iawn. Edrych. Arab. Okay. Off we go. 3, 2, 1. An Arab. Lola. Can you show us how you walked away for 3 and walked back? 1, 2, 3. Noah, edrych. Slowly she walked back. Can we try that? Do you mean for rolling the ball? Oh, probably for rolling. We did a bit longer than 3 then. Holly, when you were walking back to your ball, you did lovely stretches to stretch out your body. Can we all do that when we walk back to our ball? Walk away. 3, 2, 1. Stretch back. Die out. Okay, pick up your ball. The last thing we're doing, and we're doing it very slowly And quietly squeeze those balls into your body. We're going to bend our knees and practice that. So we're going to roll the ball very slowly. If your ball rolls really far away from you, I'll have to take that naughty ball and put it in the box. And I wouldn't want to do that. So bend your knees, roll your ball, and then walk and pick it up. Off you go, walking, pick it up slowly, slowly. Roll it and pick it up. Pavi, stop ya. Enya, can you show us what you were doing? Look how slowly Enya's doing it. Da iawn, off you go, try again. Slowly. Try and find a space to roll your ball into. Keep standing up. We're not kneeling on the floor. Sefyll i fyny. Find those spaces and stop. Squeeze your ball. Ball out in front. Cerdded yn araf. Cerdded yn araf. Yn ddistaw. Stretch your ball up. Carry on walking. Cian, cerdded. Stretch your ball i'r ochr. Yn araf iawn. Slower. Stretch it behind. Lola, find a space. Find a space. Still look for those spaces. So I think we can walk even slower. Look. Slow. Slow. Stretch it in front. Find those spaces. Stretch it above. Eistedd i lawr. Find a space. Eistedd i lawr. Chloe, eistedd i lawr. Pass your ball round your body. Cian, edrych. Oh, araf. Araf iawn. Slower. As slow as you can go. That's it. I want you to lie on your backs. Squeeze your ball. Stretch out. Lovely, still, quiet lying. Just leave it, Noah. Leave it. It's okay. Just leave it. Leave it. Lie down. Rest. Shh. Doesn't matter if your ball rolls away. It's fine. Okay, when I tap you on your shoulder, you need to tiptoe, put your ball back in the box, and line up. And this down. Oh, I've not tapped you yet. Beautiful, still, quiet lying. Place the ball quietly in the box so you don't wake up anyone else. Shh, there's 2 boxes. Shh, and this down. Shh. Watch the children by the boxes, please. Go round them, be safe. Shh, Caden, and this now. Shh, like little mice, Mackenzie. Oh, I'm looking. I don't want to send little mice to sleep again. Kev, shh, and this down. Oh, I'm going to have some helpers. Jessica, Enya, Megan, can you do some tapping on people's shoulders? Find their shoulder. Good girl. And this down. Sam, lie down and then they can tap you. Lie down. Shh. And this staw iawn. Can you place mine in the box for me? Show me straight, stretched soldiers facing the door. Face the window. Face the door. Arms by your side. Squash your legs. Okay. Quiet mice. tiptoeing back to class. Shh, put this down.
I thought your lesson was brilliant today. You did really well and I think the kids really enjoyed it. How do you feel that it went?
They've definitely improved as we've kind of done the sessions. I thought they listened really well today. They followed instructions, they're picking the Welsh up more, and they showed they showed the skills better today.
So you feel that they've developed as the weeks have gone on?
Definitely, and their balance has improved, and kind of the way that they're willing to have a go on their own now.
Do you feel there is opportunities to stretch your more able children then? Are you starting to see that more?
Yeah, definitely. I think, with the crawling, initially we were doing the crawling forwards, and now we've had to go at kind of, they were all managing to crawl really well. So just to kind of push the more able, we were able to try sideways and backwards today.
And I think what you did that was really lovely was you started to use the children's ideas. So at the beginning it was quite directive, but then I think you picked up on one of the children calling a different direction, so you chose to use that, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think they respond better when it's their own ideas.
Exactly.
And when they're trying each other's ideas out.
So do you think that's a good opportunity for you to using this scheme of work to kind of have more child-led opportunities rather than being directive all the time?
Yeah, definitely. And I think because, there is a lot in them, but because they're so quick, it's quite easy to kind of slot lots of opportunities to get the children's ideas in.
And I know you'd been a bit concerned before the session about how long you'd be able to keep them focused. So were you impressed with how long they kept going?
Yeah, definitely. When we first started, we kind of half an hour was kind of the maximum that they could focus. And because there's lots in the session, it kind of was a bit overwhelming. But now as we've kind of progressed and we've repeated the sessions, we managed to get to about an hour today, which is really good for their physical activity.
Because they were all so focused.
Yeah,
and
right
they were all
to the
busy
end.
all the way through.
Yeah.
It was lovely to see. I know you had your plan set out how you wanted to do it, but you didn't mind straying away from that, and that's absolutely brilliant because, like you said, you're taking the children's ideas and it takes you completely off on tangent, but then you can bring it back and carry on with what you were aiming to do.
Yeah, and I think, you've got to be open to that, and I think that's helped kind of extend the time that we were in the hall because they're now willing to kind of contribute their ideas, so that kind of fills it out a little bit more.
And they love it when you pick their idea, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I think as well, your use of Welsh was brilliant. It could have been a Welsh lesson, particularly at the beginning. It was really, really good.
I think they're much better when it's kind of a clear instruction. When it gets kind of body parts, they get a bit lost. So to try and kind of blast them at the beginning with all the Welsh and then kind of drip feed it then throughout.
But again, that's something that you could cover in your Welsh lessons and then bring it in here, so applying it in different situations.
Yeah, definitely.
How would you progress from this session? What would be your next steps in future lessons?
I think, using aspects of the lessons like your future warm-ups could be the walking activity, you could use that in other lessons. If we were doing ball skills, we could bring in aspects of that. And I think it's just different ways to kind of get them engaged rather than them walking around and getting them out of the box. You suggested kind of rolling the ball to them, and it's just different ways of getting them engaged, really.
And I think I really liked the way with the walking you had all the different directions and then you brought that into the crawling as well, so it was showing a progression using the same skills but applying it to different situations. So you could maybe look at future packs and see, can you apply those skills but to different movements as well. So do you think, has this scheme been worthwhile using in schools? Is it something that you'd like to continue on with?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's been really useful kind of when we setting out our class outdoor area for outdoor learning. We've put kind of little challenges in. So whatever we've done in the session in PE, so for the underarm roll, we might put that as a challenge in our outdoor area. So they've learnt that skill in PE and they're consolidating it then in their outdoor area kind of with each other.
And they're transferring it to other areas.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much for working. I really enjoyed it and I hope you found it useful.
No, it's been brilliant. Thank you for the support.